crowd.
But speaking of things that just aren't the best, we have a gentleman by the name of Adi Shankar,
Oh no.
and he's got some problems. Adi does. He's got some problems.
This man really needs to stop being handed IP. Like for the love of all that is good, all that is light out there, like stop letting him work on things. For those of you who don't know who this is Adi Shankar. He is the producer of many of Netflix's video game adaptations. You may have seen Castlevania, you may have seen Castlevania Nocturne, Captain Laserhawk, the weird Ubisoft thing where they turned Rayman into like a cocaine snorting villain, which was very, very odd, just like across the entire board. He's also done a lot of, he calls them the bootleg universe short films. It's basically him just making fan films of established IP. You've probably seen one or two of his movies. I will admit there is one that he made, the very first one he ever made, I actually like. You've all probably seen it. It is that Punisher Laundry Day short that Thomas Jane came back for. That was like 10 years ago or something. It's like 5 or 8 minutes. It's pretty cool. But everything after that, it's just Cider, you'll probably have seen it. That like R-rated Power Rangers short from like
Yes.
10 years. Yeah, another 10 years ago. He was responsible for that.
That was him?
That was him.
Son of a bitch.
Do you want to know, before we keep moving on and getting into like Devil May Cry and stuff, I learned an absolutely bonkers anecdote about him and Power Ranger, Cider. And I just need to anybody out there who understands how like any entertainment industry works or any of this stuff, like you'll know how insane this story is about to be. So like Nerdigans, you'll know too.
Hold it. It looks like 73% of you watching this aren't subscribed. Time to click that button. You know where to find it.
So after that movie came out, or that short film, whatever that Power Morphicon was that year, which is the big annual, or every year annual
Power Ranger Mecca.
Isn't it? Where is it? Is it always in California or is it Florida? I think it jumps around. It
floats between California, Arizona, and Texas.
That's right. Yeah, Texas. That's what it is. Yeah. So that year that came out, he got invited to appear like for a signing or a panel, or I think it was a panel to talk about the movie. And when that movie, like when that announcement went out on the Power Morphicon Facebook, everybody was not happy. They were like, why are you inviting him? Did you watch what he did to Power Rangers? Like, this is not somebody we want in this environment.
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of normal, right? Like we've all seen that. Here's where this goes from like normal, like creator situation to bonkers, where Adi Shankar, in an interview he gave recently for Devil May Cry, so he's talking about, how did you get to casting Johnny Young Bosch in Devil May Cry as Dante? And for those of you who don't know, Johnny Young Bosch was the Black Ranger who took over for Zack back in Mighty Morphin. He was in the movie, delivers one of the best lines.
Wait, Spencer, they don't know that. They don't know. Hold on, pause. So Asian guy that took over for the black guy when the black guy wanted more money. Okay, time in.
Yes, there we go. Time in. That was way better than I could have ever put it. This interviewer was saying, how did that work out? And so Shankar was talking about how he met him at this Power Morphicon. And so Shankar gets announced. Everybody goes, we don't want him here. Shankar sees the comments and he starts like going, oh man, this is like, what do I do? He reaches out by his own admission to JDF, Jason David Frank, when he was still alive, rest in peace, and says, hey man, I'm coming to this con and everybody's really mad at me. Do you think you could like say something and give me an endorsement and be like, no, it's all cool? And keep in mind, JDF didn't have anything to do with the project. They'd never talked before. Shankar is not an official part of Hasbro or whoever owned it at that time. This is a guy who took this property, subverted it to all hell and made it super edgy and, you know, all that, gets a lot of fan backlash, and then reaches out to like arguably the icon of this entire franchise and says, yo, bro, can you just say like, I'm cool? And JDF, to his credit, was like, no.
Adi didn't know that JDF was the one that started raising hell about the movie. He was the first of the cast to come out and say this, and everybody involved with it, you know. And he went in a long Twitter thread, like back when that actually mattered. you know, when like Stars didn't do that every week, he went into a long thread explaining the ethos behind why Power Rangers is not for murderers.
I don't know what level of like narcissist, self-absorbed, or like detached from reality you have to think that.
It's this level of narcissist detached from reality where you're a mid-40s Indian man wearing a DMC cosplay.
This isn't, have you seen, dude, this is the promo shot from like 2018 when they announced it. Did you see the WWE cameo he had? So they highlight him in the crowd and he's wearing that cosplay that you're seeing right there. And he like stands up and he does like a finger point. I guess it's something to acknowledge one of the wrestlers, but it just is like so very sad. Do you guys remember? I think it was this most recent Golden Globe.
Look at this. Let's just stop for a second and take in this picture, okay? Like, ooh,
this
okay. Someone let him leave his house like this. Then they let him go to a stadium like this. Then some camera guy who told the control room, hey, we've got Adi Shankar here. Somebody in the control room saw him on camera and said, yes, my multi-billion-dollar next Netflix overlords are absolutely going to want to showcase this as an example of their multi-million-dollar investment.
That is exactly it, isn't it, Cider? Like, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, he probably only had to do this because Netflix is like cross-promoting. I bet WWE didn't even want to do this, and they will do.
No. He didn't have to wear the costume. No. I promise you.
No.
That was not the thing. He had to be at the show to cross-promote it because Bing Bing Wahoo Pizza Man would obviously love WWE. So, but then he was like, I'll dress up as Dante. Instead of like making his +1 a cosplayer who actually looks like the character that he put in the show and carries around like rubber pizza or something. Right. I don't know,
Me. Like look at me.
Exactly. Right? And there it is. So, here I am, a middle-aged Indian man trying to look like an anime.
To that point, I wanted to point out before we even move on, look at his face. A lot of people, like, you might look at that face and assume, it's a paused frame. He's probably mid-expression moving. There's a lot of reasons people can get caught with a weird look, right? That's not what it is. That is this man thinking, this is anime cool, like I am cool anime.
I'm so badass right now. Oh my God, I'm so badass. Mom, get the camera.
Nerdigans and I were talking about this, and this is, so if you notice down there, Adi is listed as creator of Devil May Cry, now on Netflix. Now, they're not saying he is, the creator of the series. Like they are saying he's the show creator because that is the name of the show. But that is sort of this guy loves to play a lot of word games like this, and that is sort of his dodge of this, right? He'll go out and he'll say, I created Devil May Cry. I created Devil May Cry. I created Devil May Cry. And then when somebody goes, oh, no way, you worked on the games? That's when he gets to go, oh, I didn't say I worked on the games. I made the anime. For those of you who even care anymore about either of these franchises, buckle up. He is producing a animated adaptation of both PUBG and Assassin's Creed for Netflix.
Naturally.
So
that one he'll probably do pretty good at, to tell you the truth.
He might give us the best Assassin's Creed thing in like years.
Exactly. Even if he does Shadows. You want to know why? Because it is an entirely self jerk-off session.